Okay, it just straight up works. I'm not getting any video right now, but I hope it will in a few seconds. There might just be some delay. I'll just give it a few minutes. Oh, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna check if it's working properly. It just straight up works. I'm not getting any video right now, but I hope it will. Okay, audio is fine. I'm gonna stop the stream and I'm gonna publicly stream. Let's go. Okay, and the stream should be public now. I'm gonna give it a few minutes and I'm gonna share the link real quick. Let's see. I'm not gonna tag everyone. I'm just gonna send it to the people that might be interested in watching today. So I'm just gonna wait a few minutes here. Also, welcome everyone. So. Hello everyone, welcome. Can you guys hear me like properly? Because I'm not using my usual mic right now, because I forgot it. Howdy gamers, howdy you too. Right, I'll switch over to the game right now. So, a couple of months ago, I posted a video where I showed that arbitrary code execution was possible. Now the issue with that was that it only worked on the Japanese version, and the only reason it didn't work on any other version is because you need to be able to open your menu in maps 332 or 333, which is the maps we are able to perform code execution in. Now, there are two ways that we can actually open our menu inside of these maps. And the first method is using battle towers, because in battle tower voids, you're actually able to use your menu in any map. Like the restrictions on opening your menu are gone there. But I looked into it, and unless you're using the Spanish or the French version, it looks like that's not gonna allow us to get ASE on any of the other versions like English or German and such. And of course, most people use the English version. But luckily, after a couple of months of looking, I finally found a way that might allow us to get this to work on any version. Now, I'll show you the idea real quickly. So, currently, where we are in memory, in the void, you can actually look at the bottom screen, so you can actually see where I am in memory on the bottom screen there. The white number is where I currently am. Now, you see this 332 below me, and the way I wrote this is using the Pokédex, because, for example, Cacturn is 332 and Swablu is 333. Now, if I switch this to, for example, Cacnea, this value that we saw in a second that was pink is now 331 here. And if I switch back to Cacturn, it's now pink again and 332. Now, what does this mean? Well, of course, we need 332 or 333 in order to execute code, because those maps allow us to jump to memory. Now, the idea is to use latch cancelling, and basically we should stand on a tile in the void, open a Pokédex, and switch to either Swablu or Cacturn, which will write 332 or 333. And then we can close the Pokédex again. We'll still be in the current map because it doesn't update unless you move. And then once we close the menu, with the texture set changing, it should write a ledge underneath us. And if you close the menu, we'll move with the ledge, quickly open the ledge again before we enter the new map. And our menus should be open just at the moment we enter the map we can execute our code in. So it's actually quite of an insane setup, but it should be completely feasible because I tested it earlier and it looked possible. So right here I can show you. So let's say I changed it to 329. Well, that's not very useful. But if I change it to 332, currently my current map is 332, but my live map is still map 3. At the top you can see map ID 3, and at the bottom you can see that the white dot is 332. Now, because of that, I'm able to close my menu and quickly open it again. It's frame perfect, so it's not easy, but if I get it, you actually have infinite attempts at this, so no worries. I gotta practice this myself, to be honest, so... There we go, I got it. You saw for a second that the side menu actually changed for a second, and you can hear that I'm actually using the menu even though my screen is black. And now I can just... I think I actually selected the one option I couldn't. Let me get this again. I should have... There we go, got it again. I'll make a save state this time. Now I can open anything, and you can see that my current map is 332, but I still have my side menu. Now, because of that, we should be able to use retire in this map, and that will allow us to jump to Hall of Fame data and execute custom scripts, and then exum, also arbitrary code execution. Now it's going to be a little bit harder than Japanese, because first of all, this frame perfect trick is quite annoying to get, but it's infinitely repeatable, so it shouldn't be that bad. But the main issue is that if you open a menu, the game actually clears the calculator data. The setup should totally work on hardware. Yeah, I'm just in the void, I'm just reading Pokédex data right now. But since graphics reloads overwrite my calculator, we're gonna need to find a different section of memory to write our code. But one option that we actually do have is, for example, either using one single write to make it so we can use the menu anywhere by corrupting memory. Or a different idea is to set up the data for a different map to then execute code in that map instead, where we can open our menu. And then we can use our calculator. Now, of course, this is very in-depth. I'm sure many people are already lost at how far that goes, but right now the biggest challenge is just routing it out so we can open our Hall of Fame data, get to this section of memory, and get a consistent setup for us to do this trick with the menu. Once we have that, off stream, I'll try to find a setup to get it so we can open the menu anywhere, or something similar that allows us to easily get ASE from it. Can we use the trick of using the address of a script opcode for that? I'm not certain exactly what you mean, Martmus. Can you elaborate for a second? I might be missing something. The address of a script opcode. Oh, you mean overriding the assembly instructions? The thing is, we need to be able to do it with one single, write, one execution. Because we can't use calculator data. And I would like us to be able to use calculator data. So either we find a way to open our menu in this map using arbitrary script execution without using the calculator initially, or we are somehow going to have to override a different map. We use in the past where we place our custom code. Oh yeah, that's definitely possible. No worries on that one. It's just first we need to get to the point where we can infinitely read from the calculator or something. Because we need something we can easily edit. And with this setup, we just can't do that. Because the calculator will... I'll show you real quickly. We can't use calculator to write single bytes. No, the issue is we just can't use the calculator, really. Because with this setup, I need to open the Pokédex. It's necessary for this setup. But you can see, if I go to the calculator real quick. Give me a second here. Should be almost there. Yeah. If I write something here for our script commands and then I open the Pokédex, which is necessary for the setup, it clears the calculator. So we wouldn't keep the data in memory. That's a bit of an issue on that one. I was hoping for a webcam. I wanted to use it, but I'm just not in the mind space for that right now. Anyway, it's already huge that we are able to get to this point. So now we just gotta route it out. So calculator is basically useless. Right now it is, but we would like to get it to a point where it isn't. Like, we could maybe... Like, one of my ideas is, because the only reason we can't do this, like, normal setup in the English version is because we can't open our menu in this map. Like, if I change it to a different map real quick so we can see. I can't open my menu here. So, if we could, like, be able to do that somehow, then we wouldn't need to worry about calculator anymore. Then we can just use it. Want me to hop in a call so you can use my webcam? I mean, do you want to join? You could give some insight, like, for the people that didn't watch the ACE video yet, or just forgot because it's been a while. Martmist is one of the other people that worked with me on this glitch. Also Fleeter Chiari and Map. We all kind of worked together on getting arbitrary script execution. So just how powerful do you think this would be in the end of its works? Like, it's ACE, so you can do whatever the fuck you want. That's what it comes down to. You can literally write your own game if you wanted to. And with this setup, we have like a lot of attempts to do this. No, because we want to be able to write our own code. We jumped to the Hall of Fame, so with Hall of Fame data, we can definitely set up some data to do our thing, but you know. Do we know what controls whether you can open your map or not? No, I tried to look for it, but I haven't looked at the decomp yet. If we could like do a single write to memory and make it so the menu then can be opened anywhere, that would be nice. From what I looked at, I don't think the array containing maps you can't open your menu in is loaded to memory. At least not like main memory. But okay, let's get started then, I guess. We'll just boot from 0 here. I'm gonna have to quickly go set up to get to Jubilife City here. Just give me a minute. Okay. And we are ready. There's nothing in the decomp. It's sad. Right, I can't lose this save state because I kinda need it. So let's just tweak it real quick. Never fails. Alright. Okay. I'm just gonna think real quick what the easiest way to do this would be. I think... Let me quickly check here. X 65,110. So actually I'm using a different void here. I should double check if I can do it in the normal void that we use, because otherwise it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. So just give me a second here. I'll just teleport a bit further. Should almost be there now. And let's just go to Cacturn real quick. Wouldn't it be better to do ACE on a save that has completed the game because it could mess with it? No, it shouldn't really matter, but for this setup to work, you will need national decks. because we need to be able to see Swablu or Cacturn in the Pokédex for this setup. So you'll need at least like national decks for that. Okay, so we write it right here. And with negative quartz, that would be 65,093, and it would have the ledge around. Let me check. Am I still in the correct section? Yeah. Second here. Oh. Yeah. Gotta double check some things. 90. So the ledge would be at either 65,108 or 65,110. We had two different values that would work. Actually, we almost got the correct one here. And that means you have a 1 in 32 roughly chance every time you reset to get it. I mean, is there a way to get net early with some form of ASE? I mean, sure, but we need net decks for the ACE. So it's kind of an infinite loop, isn't it? Cacturn is easier than Swablu, by the way. There are no well. Oh yeah, no worries. I know. Cacturn you can find in the Route 228 area, so that should be quite easy. We can even make a void route for it if we want to. Okay, so just gotta keep in mind. I'm gonna open a notepad real quickly for some information for myself. Okay. I know you can actually with like there are some script commands in ROM that we can access with like specific ASLR that call the national dex like obtain screen or like completion screen, but it actually doesn't set a flag, so that's kind of useless. Okay, so I have everything noted down now, I think. So I'll go back to the save. Would you want me to show like my steps that I'm making? Maybe that's a good idea. Give me just a second to add it to the stream. Okay. Okay, there we go. I could make it a bit cleaner, but should be able to see my steps here, right? Okay, that's really small. Give me 1 second here. That readable enough? Something like this? What's the stuff overlaying the lower screen? The matrix? Kind of. It's the voids data, like the data around me. Okay, 1 south. We're finished for the stream, I think now. I'm kidding. I'll probably go for bike strats, I think. Right? Bike strats is gonna be optimal. Did I not reset my step counter? Because that does not make sense. Thought so. It has to be 17. Okay. Even I make mistakes on this. And then we go underneath here, which allows us to use our bike. Then we go 1 north, we graphic reload. After a while, this is just things you remember forever. And now I'll probably just go for the first Cube Life I can reach. Because it's the only one that's actually 100% consistent between every single version. Okay. So 415 west. I'm actually just thinking for a second if I'm missing anything here for this setup. I don't think wrong warps are useful at all for this setup. So frosted, I mean, yeah, but you can write your own script commands. So it doesn't really matter what's like script and runtime you technically execute, because you can write your own script commands with this setup. And we just reset for this one. Then we'll just have to go down. Actually, maybe it's better if I went a little bit more west, because I'm not going to be able to go down here because I'm on the top right of the chunk here. And the top right doesn't allow you to do anything. It's where the special tiles are loaded. So it's actually better if I went here instead. Actually, my X would be below the one where we need it to be by like 6 tiles. So it would be slightly more optimized to go one right, I think. Like 4 tiles less. Please get an eventful Regigigas with a humanly doable You know what? Alright. I'll get you a Regigigas. Thank you for the donation, by the way. I'll get you a Regigigas. Promised. Once the setup is complete here, I mean, of course, if it ends up working, you never know, something might go completely wrong, but... Did I not reset here? I did. Might. Alright, wait, I forgot. 1 east. Because if you could activate it, you could skip the Sinnoh Dex Grind. No, because we can actually call the script for the national Dex. The issue is it's one script in the Oak's lab that accounts for all the interactions with Professor Oak, but it checks for the flags that are set in the game for the dialogue that you'll get by talking to him. Okay, now it's just brute force downwards time. And I hope... Actually... 1 west... 1 e is probably not optimal, actually. Because we're gonna have to dodge map 176 here in a second. Yeah. There's no point in going to 1e then. So what I would do instead... Let's go. Did I not make a save state? Okay, you are kidding me. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna speedrun this. It's gonna be better if I go to the complete left of Jubilife. So 415 plus 31 would be 46, right? I hope I'm not miscounting that. I can always check later. Just revising the setup a little bit, because now Something that should have happened. Wait. Let me just check this one more time. That's correct. I don't know if I made some changes recently to the script, and I think it might be showing the load line 1 off here. Let me see. Is it accurate? It is. That's really weird. Okay, whatever then. I focus too much on optimizing these routes to the last step. Okay. Oh right, I can't go 1 west. I just have to go down. I guess that is an option. We'll have to dodge the 176s anyway. I guess it's better to just go to extra 16 west already then? Wait, why is it? Oh, it's 19 because I come from the right. Could actually just put these in my Lua to auto movement them. But I'll do that later. ASE steps. Alright. Now we just go down. And the data we're going through right now is the normal overworld data. For those that are not familiar with the Void. Currently we're basically just in a copy of the overworld. But it's just because we're going through the same memory section of it. And now we reach chunk data of the overworld. And if I aligned everything properly, we should be left of the 176s in a second. Just fairly certain there's gonna be, yeah, 176s even more to the left, so it's not even gonna matter that much. Yeah. It's fine. I'm gonna choose probably here. I mean, because it's not possible to get it without a Gentry game, I guess. People have wanted to, like Nicola especially, has been wanting to get a Regigigas without wanting to need a Gentry game for it. Oh wait, that's not necessary. Redo that. To go here. I'm actually gonna change it a little bit. I'm not gonna use 128. I'm gonna 128 plus 19 would be 147. And I'm just not gonna go 19 west first, because then the line, like the setup is a little bit more streamlined. Okay. So now I'm wondering, with the setup that we're trying to go for, we will need the retire menu when we reset. So I think I will need to have the lash cancel set up twice. Oh, actually we don't. If we... Oh no, wait. I was thinking we could just use the Pokédex for map 251, and then I realized ID 251 is Celebi, and I don't think anyone's gonna get Celebi. Just for this ASE. Okay, we need to avoid the red maps underneath us, because otherwise we're gonna crash. And I would not like that. Let's take this one. 1024 south. And then we're gonna go east for 30. Yeah, sorry. 32 east. And then we shouldn't hit any bad maps. Can we make pizza with ASE? Probably. If you really wanted to. I guess for this setup we will need to do 2 ledge cancel setups. 2 frame perfect ledge cancel setups. Not ideal. Give me a second to think here. Yeah, save state there? Yeah, I did. Let me see. It should ride it a bit to the east of us if I go to Cactron real quick. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So I need to be a bit higher up actually. That was a mistake. I need to get to here. Okay. Now I'm thinking about the ledge cancel setup I can do here. Wait, oh, that's an issue. That is an issue. I need to retire menu, but I can't wrong warp to here, because the X coordinate is negative. So I can't keep the retire menu all the way up to here. Not something I had considered initially. So I can't make a single step reset unless you have Celebi and Pokédex. So now I need to think for a moment. What would be the easiest way to do this then? We can get the retire menu and map data, but then I guess we can check for the ledge in map data and then go down to here when we have the right ledge, because you'll know already, and then you can perform the setup. It wouldn't make much of a difference in the end. I guess that's probably the easiest option, because you can't really write like ballpark here. I don't see any feasible way to do that in this section of memory. Like, your Y coordinate has to be around 4000 and your X coordinate has to be negative, because if it's positive you'll be soft locked. So neither of those can really be used to write ballpark. And if we use the Pokédex, which would be the only remaining option here, then 251, which is ballpark, is Celebi, and we can't use that. So instead, we're gonna have to go back to the save state, and we'll actually have to reset. Sorry for that. I'm gonna have to change the setup a little bit. We're gonna save above map data instead, and we'll reset the game until we get the ledge for the texture setup. Let me think, probably Jubilife City? Maybe I should double check if that's a good idea. Because the problem with Jubilife City is it's a low ID, so I can't use the Pokédex for it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for texture. Let me see. I thought I had a link to texture sets somewhere. I'm gonna look for all the texture sets and then I can just figure out the optimal strategy here. My search engine is not showing it immediately. Kinda annoying. This what I need? Cell is having issues opening my files. That's fun. Okay, this is not what I was looking for. I might have put it on GitHub actually. Let's see, files, other... No? Documentation? Also no. Oh god. I hope I didn't lose this file. I do know I have a backup somewhere though. Archive? Oh wait. Sorry, I'm just looking for a file real quick. Because otherwise I can't continue making this route. Do I really not have this? Dumps and memory. Gen 4 texture sets. There we go. Okay, let me show it on screen real quick. Excel. There you go. Okay. So what we're looking for is texture sets. Basically, the texture sets, we don't really care about Platinum and Hard Gold Soul Silver right now. But what we do care about is the texture sets for Diamond and Pearl. And we need to find a group with at least one of the maps being easily available in map data, and at least one of the maps being available in the Pokédex, with like a Pokemon that you can encounter easily. The reason for that being is because with texture sets, we can change... well, basically, ledges, which we need for the glitch, are dependent on your texture set, which means that we will need a texture set that we can easily like manip for this setup, because you want to check the ledge in map data and then go to Pokédex data and there actually have the ledge again. So we need to be able to write it twice, either with the same value easily available or with two different values. And I think this is our best bet. Let me check. Map 3 is really easy to get. So like this is definitely an option. But the thing is, with national decks, 3 would be like Venusaur, or I think so at least. I don't know if it indexes from 0 or 1, but I think it would be Venusaur. And then we just gotta check if any of these are available in the Pokédex. So I'll quickly check that as well. Give me a minute. I'm gonna open another file. Okay. Excel 2. Let's see. It actually opened the other Excel file. Wow. There we go. Okay. This is a lot of data that we use for arbitrary script execution, like all the commands that we have. And what we're gonna have to look for is any ID that we can find in both that are easily available. So I will quickly try to split this. Why is it being annoying? Oh, there we go. Okay. So on the left, we'll have what I'm looking for. And on the right, we'll have the place where we can actually look for it. And reading chat is gonna be a bit difficult with all the things I have on screen right now. So I apologize if I miss up messages. Why would you need Celebi? Because Celebi has ID 251, which is ballpark. So if we could just load ballpark at the Pokédex data, then we didn't have to use map data, and it would be really easy. But we can't do that, sadly. Okay. So map 3. Actually, I have to check here. Is Venusaur. So we can't really use that because who has a Venusaur? Then 206. Oh, why is this not on Hex? It's annoying. 206 is CE. So let's check CE real quick. It's probably all not gonna work out except for like the higher values. Dunsparce, I don't think we can get a Dunsparce. I don't know if anyone has a Dunsparce except maybe in the Battle Tower. But that's also probably not very useful. 334 is 14E. Actually, 14E should be the one after Swablu. Wait. I was going too far here. Here. Altaria. Yeah, that makes sense. I know there's an Altaria trainer. I don't know if it's Platinum exclusive. Any ID map? If that one's Platinum exclusive? The trainer for Altaria? Like, I think it's Route 225 or 224. Anyway, 342. Let's double check that one as well. Maybe it isn't even 156. Crowdon? I don't think we can get Crowdon easily either, except in Platinum. And then 343 as well. So that would be the next one. Baltoy. These are all very annoying to get actually. And then 345 as well. So the next one, Clado. And then 391. Okay, 391. Calculate that real quick. It's 187 in Hex. Monferno. Okay, that's an easy one. Everyone can have a Monferno, so that's really good actually. Just gonna double check that. 391 and 392. Yeah, that should be Monferno and Infernape. So either of those would work. And you need them for net decks anyway. I'm gonna double check the other ones as well, just for the sake of it. Also, I'm gonna note these in my notepad. We can use those. So, Monferno / Infernape we can use. Then 411. For those that are not following well, it's just any of these at the left that I'm looking for. Any of the IDs that match this in the Pokemon data. And 411 is 19B. Actually, I'm gonna color these, just so we know. There we go. 19B is Bastiodon. That's also, I mean, it doesn't really matter because all of these should be available, because these are all gonna be net like Sinnoh decks. Like 418, yeah, 418 is 182, and that's Weasel, also really easy to get. So all of those should be fine. So I'll just write like a couple options in the setup. Monferno, Inferno, Bastiodon, Weasel. What are we left with? 419? No, 467. Okay, 467. And that's 1d3, and that is Magmortar, which might be a little bit... I don't know if that one's actually part of the Sinnoh decks, at least in DP. But okay, we have enough options. What's ACE and what is ACE? ACE with an S is arbitrary script execution, which allows us to call scripts that are in the game's scripting language. an arbitrary code execution is, or ACE, allows us to write our own code within the game. So ACE is more powerful because you can literally write your own code within the game, and ASE is just easier to use because you just call scripts that are already implemented for you, like give me a Pokemon with a certain index, or give me money. That's easier to use. Bastion's trivial, Byron for sure has one. Yeah, I know. I'm just listing all of the options here. So we have basically 4 good options. I'm not gonna count Magmortar as a good option, because, well, maybe I should. Just to be sure that I have them all. Also, I'm gonna save this document somewhere before I lose it. I'll just put it in void matrix. GitHub one? Sure. ACE humanly viable .text. Alright, there we go. We have found our candidates. I don't think we need to have Excel open any longer. I'm gonna close them. Neither of them are relevant anymore. So now that we know that we can use those, I'm gonna double check them in a second, of course. We just turn autosave on. I mean, I would, but I was using Notepad. Magmortar's not good. It's true, but like, you can use any of them. Oh, no trainers have them? Okay, then. I guess I'll just put them in the options, you know? It doesn't really matter in the end. I can just say, like, open your screen on any of the following. Okay. I'll just use this one. Which one did I use in the document? I used 2034. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the next one. Oh. Oops, I overstepped. Doesn't matter in this section of memory. Okay, and then 147 left. I didn't double check if that was correct actually, so yeah, it's correct. And now we go down. You would crash here if you still have a wrong warp setup, so please don't do that. I guess I could make it wrong warp proof actually. I don't know if there's any point to doing that though. We want to be as close as possible to getting the ballpark menu. Wait, what's... I closed the Excel documents now, and now I feel stupid for doing that. 391 was one of the options, right? But 392 wasn't, I think. Why did I close the document? Right, let's just check it again. 1 second here. Oh, 392 is an option. Oh, that's really good. Because that is actually one of the maps you need to manip ballpark, so we can just use that one. Yeah, that's gonna be optimal for sure. I don't need to think about that. Yeah, that's really good actually. Okay, so we go this, we remove. We go 320 south. Yeah, and 392 is infinite, but it doesn't really matter because it's not for the Pokédex right now. It's just in map data that the value will be used. Because I was going to use map 3 because it's Jubilife and Jubilife is everywhere. But you can use 392, that's even better. I'm gonna go right here for 64 probably. Actually no, it's not optimal. Optimal is 51. Yeah. 51 east. Alright. And then we're just gonna go down. This is actually just following the optimal RCS route at this point. Up until here somewhere. Now it's gonna start changing a little bit from the RCS route. Okay, so we're gonna go up to here. 334. Yeah, I'm gonna have to double check. Viable for what? I'm not certain what I said. Probably viable for this setup. So this 392 is what we're gonna use for our texture set check. For the ASLR that we need for the ledge. And the ledge would spawn either here or here, depending on your ASLR. I'm gonna have to double check. Why would that block me? That should, oh, that's... Is it a water tile by any chance? Water tile. Oh, is this a... Wait, what? I did something bad here. Don't know what I did. And now I do, okay. Let me make a save state here. I'm gonna make a couple duplicates of that save state. Okay. I can't go down here, and that is actually an issue, because it means with my current texture set, those have collision values that are too high to actually use. But now I think about it, we don't really care about the collision value with this setup, because we'll already be standing on the tile before we load the tile. So the collision doesn't matter at all. But it does matter if you want to check the ledge initially. So now I'm thinking... Go. Double check here. Yeah, I am in the top right chunk, so that makes sense. And I'm gonna quickly... Okay. Show the memory editor. I'll put it here. I'm thinking better. So we need to check the second chunk address at the bottom. So 2320C64. This is our current chunk. And we can see there's an A4 and a D0. Actually, I don't think that's correct. A0, D0. Oh wait, that's correct, isn't it? D0, A0. Okay. Now, what collision value do this have? Yeah, FA and 1.4 actually. Now, FA we cannot use because that is too high. Everything above 8.0 is considered a wall and we cannot enter. But 1.4 we should be able to stand on. Yeah. So, as you can see, I can perfectly stand on this one. So the only thing that could happen, I guess, is that you would encounter a water tile here. So it would be better to save next to it. And we can save on the tile here. 32. And then you could just, every time you want to reset to check the ASLR, you could just go one left. So that's what I'm going to do. We need to use X 64,951. So I'll just go back to the save state. And we go to 51. Okay, which is 42 steps. And this probably doesn't make sense at the moment, but it will make sense just in a second. So, why can I not go down here? I should totally be able to go down here. Hello? That is very odd. This tile should have a collision of 2. Oh, I know what's going on. So there's the reason this bug happens. So basically, I can go into this tile if I come from the right. I can go into the tile if I come from the left. And I should also be able to come in if I come from the bottom. Why can I not do it from the top? Let me just test this again. Why can I not do it from the top? Because there's actually a bug with how the chunks load. And it's reading a different chunk below me right now than when I actually am in the chunk below me. And the other chunk it's reading would, like you see the pointers right here, it would actually be reading this pointer instead, but this one has a collision value that's too high. So I can't enter it from on top, but I should be able to enter it from the right, because here it would be reading nothing important, and then you could go left. So then I guess the best way to do it is probably use like 53 or something, or 52. Just gonna make a save state here. I can go down here. I can go down here, but I can't go down here, right? Yeah. So 52 should be fine, because that's always gonna result in 0. I will have to ask some people to probably like test that. So let's just check that one more time. 41 west. I overshot, but it doesn't matter. Well, it does now, because now I don't know where I am. Okay. And I can go down here and everything's fine. Okay. And now, once we go down here, we want to save. Thank you, Frosted. Have a good one. Now that we're down here, we need to get a specific ASLR. And how can I know what ASLR I need? Also, I'll just explain what ASLR is. Basically, this value that I'm selecting right now, this D0 here, that will change every time you reset the game. It's a pointer to memory, but memory is gonna be changed, like the location of where data is in memory is gonna change a little bit, so the pointer will change as well. Now, if this pointer is at D8, it will be a ledge. So if I just go left here now, you can see it's a ledge now. Also, why does the ledge have collision? Oh, it doesn't. Never mind. There we go. I do realize that we won't actually be able to ledge cancel on it, because the map we're in is mystery zone, but that shouldn't really matter, because I don't think it will affect anything. You don't really need to open it anyway. So that is perfectly fine. Did I not save state there? Oh, I did. Wait. There we go. So we save reset here. And then we try to get the correct value. And the correct value would be our current base, which I'll show you at the top. Plus 8, because we got D0. So D8 is what we will need. Now luckily in the script that I have here to show all the data, I have a little function that allows me to infinitely reset until I get a specific base value. So I'm just going to run it real quick. I want to have it end on a D8. And now we're just going to try and reset the game until it encounters the correct value. Now in reality you would have to manually reset the game and go left until there's a ledge. And it's about a 1 in 64 chance of getting the ledge, so it's not horrible. And we are working on a program that allows us to manipulate the value. Okay, there we go. And if I calculated everything correctly, and I go left here now. Okay. I got stuck. I did something wrong. Okay, let's see. Also, it's spamming my chat with base value found, so... Let's see what I did wrong here. I got 8-0. Oh, I didn't actually change my texture set, did I? But it shouldn't have given me one I get stuck on. That is an issue. Let's double check this real quick. 2, 3, 1, D8, 1, 4. Yeah, both of these block me now. And that's not something we want. And I'm just thinking real quick how I can solve this issue. The values don't match at all with what I expected, but I do know why that is. Think real quick. What I could do is change the texture set before we go here and then just stand on the tile we want. Then everything should be fine. Yeah. So 50 is where we want the tile. So we're gonna change the setup a little bit. Second, I think we might be able to graphic reload here. Now we check the second chunk real quick. 2311117C. Those are not gonna work. Actually, this one might work. With this one. Let's just check it, I guess. We go left until 50. Can I go down? No. That's not gonna work. Let's check this 13 then. Uh, 2, 3, 1. DAB 8. 24 C. Those both should not work. So we'll have to reload at some other point. Yeah. Okay. Let's check the map 4 above us. It's just about getting the right values that we can go down there onto that tile, so we can reset on it. That's all we need to get here for my setup. Okay. 23030 EC. Let's see. This one should work. This one should totally work. Zero reason for it not to work. And it's on the way, so that's really good as well. So now I should be able to go down at 50. If I did everything correctly. There we go. And then you would just have to reset on this. So what I will do is say go up back again. I don't need this screen anymore. I don't want to see that screen anymore. Do I have a save state from before I went down? No. But I can just subtract the steps. Okay. Oh. "95 steps. And this was when I went 334 south, so 334 minus 95 is 239. And then I have to go an additional 95 south. I'm gonna read chat real quick. Keep up the great work, man. This is mind-boggling you can do all this. Thank you so much. You're doing the Lord's work. Don't know if I deserve that much of a title. Thank you very much. Can't stay, but I wanted to say that I love the stuff you do. Keep going, you're awesome. Thank you very much. I don't know if I read that in time. I don't have enough screens to keep up with all the... I have 3 screens just full of random data that I need for this. Like texture sets and script commands and stuff. So I have to switch between my screens sometimes to reach it. But okay, we found the setup. For this section at least. And now we have to go down left like 43 or something. Yep, 43. The setup changed a little bit. And now, regardless of your ASLR, you will always be able to go down here. Which is what we need. Now earlier we got 80 as the value, with our base being D8. So if that's the case, I need to do 80... Oh wait, I need to do D8 minus 80 plus D8. So it needs to end on 30, my ASLR, if I calculated this correctly. So I'll just make the thing reset for it. I saved, right? I think I did, but I'll just double save for this to be certain. And I'll make a save state, and I will reset until I get the correct value. And now we just hope we get 30 very soon. I remember back in the day before we had this, like we implemented scripts to do this for us, we would just manually look for it for like 10 minutes. And now we just have a script that frame perfectly does it for us, which is a lot easier to do. Still taking quite a while sometimes. You can get like super lucky and get it first try, or you can get super unlucky and it takes like 100 resets. It all depends on your luck. Unless map will make the tool to manipulate it completely consistent. There we go. So now what should happen is as soon as I boot in, it should move me left. I think? Wait. Oh, it doesn't... Okay, it doesn't immediately move you. Oh, how can I check it then? That is a struggle. It was the correct value. Like, it says bike ramp. I can't check whether it is. Oh, that's a pain. What do I do with that? Well, if it doesn't immediately update it, then I guess the only other option I have is not going for this strategy, finding a different texture set. But that sucks, because then we need to re-look for the IDs we can use with the Excel sheet. Because the reason that we... Like, it doesn't matter whether the ledge only loads when we open the menu, because then it will update automatically. But if you load in with the save file, it doesn't automatically update. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why it does automatically update if you reset with the menu and it doesn't when you reload the save file. And I don't know why it doesn't automatically do it if you do, like, open the menu afterwards, but... Hey, how's it going? Well, we're hitting a lot of roadblocks, but I know it's possible. What are you trying to do right now? I'm trying to get an easy way to reset the game, and we need to have a ledge that occurs. Like, there's a ledge right here, and we need it for our setup. And we need to be able to get it based on your current texture set. The thing is, apparently if you save reset on top of it, it doesn't automatically move to the left, which means we have no visual cue to know whether or not we got it. And since the collision value is too high, we can't just walk onto it. I'm using walk for walls right now, but if I don't, you can see I can't actually walk on top of it. So we can't use this map, probably, is my first thought, really. Like, it's probably not feasible. We can't use Jubilife either then. So what could we do then? I guess we could check this cave. It wouldn't add too many steps. This cave is probably the next best option we have. Because you could save like literally above it. Right here. So we just gotta check if this cave gives us ledges without collision values that are annoying. Also, I should check with the Excel sheets. Stagner. I'm also gonna need the other Excel sheets for the Pokemon IDs. Yeah, there we go. Should have opened the other one. Okay, there we go. So now we need to go back to matching IDs again. So the Monferno Inferno strat is probably not gonna work. Let's first of all check what is the texture set of 552, and can we easily get it with a Pokemon ID? Oh, what? That's not what I wanted. That is platinum. Okay, this is the texture set. Why is this M? I probably messed that up at some point, but I can assume it's 5x5. So all of these give us the texture set of 552. What is Pokemon 449? That's 449 is 1C1. So now we check with the other. Wait, why is it showing the same XL one twice for you guys? I just realized that. It shouldn't. It's literally telling me it's opening a different one. What? Okay, that was weird. Okay, back to matching the IDs again. It was 449 that we're looking for. And that's 1C1 as ID. Almost there. Hippopotas. Is that available? It is, right? At Route 227? It's like a 5% or a 10%, I think. And otherwise you can breed a hippo down, which is like 20%. So that would work. Okay, let's write down hippo down. Hippopotas, sorry. Not hippo down. Because that would give us the same texture set as the one below us. Well, the one we're currently in the game. So now we need to check if this actually gives us tiles with a collision value that are low enough to use. So I need to open the memory editor again. Doing some weird stuff. Okay, there we go. And we need to check for the second chunk address again. Okay, and now we check, are these values... Yeah, okay, these are too high, I can already tell. Wait, why are there 4 pointers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it must be reading non-pointer data, some leftover data in memory, but I can't really rely on that, sadly. So that's another no. You can't really use that either. Now it's getting kind of annoying. Okay, what else can we really use then? Because there should be like plenty of options. We're just getting quite unlucky. Yeah, it doesn't let us. Then I guess the next option we should use is the 168 maybe? And otherwise the map 2 are all options. The map 2 you would need to use town map, but that's not a big issue. Okay, let's check this one. And then we change to 22FBC90. Alright, a lot of leftover data again. D0AA, okay, that's not gonna work again. We're getting very unlucky. Did we not conclude that map 4 worked earlier? We did, right? So I guess we should just try it with map 4 then. Because otherwise it's gonna be quite difficult. And we could probably save in the map 3 left of here. Let's check this. We could save around like here. Go to the right and immediately go down to map 4. And that would totally work. So I think that's our best option. Because we know map 4 has the correct texture set data to allow us to walk onto the tiles. Then we just need to go to the Excel files again and check if there's like the texture set of map 4 has a Pokemon we can easily get. So we gotta look for map 4. 4. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Map 5 is in there. Actually, we just got. Oh, there we go. That's map 4. Lots of options. I'm looking. I think this should work. 419, 427. Those are all Sinnoh Pokemon, so at least one of those should work. Let's go check for 4919. It's 183 in hex. And that is Floatzel. So that would definitely work out. I'll just write down Floatzel as option. And I'll double check the other ones as well, because it's always nice to have multiple options. You do need net deck, so it doesn't matter too much. Like, just one option should be enough. So I guess I'll just leave it at that, actually. Because we know Floatzel should work. Okay. So Floatzel gives us a map with the same texture set as map 4, which means that if we get a ledge in map 4, if we reset, that means we'll get it at the Pokemon data as well, where we can do the glitch. So where we want to reset is right here. And it should be a 2-step reset. And then an additional like 10. So like 24 steps to check. That's decent enough, in my opinion. I'm actually also thinking if we reset in here, does any of these just magically line up with one of the values that we want? No, I doubt it. 121? No. Okay. I think I'll have to reset because I don't think. Okay, actually I can just backtrack my steps from this point. And I can close the memory viewer, which makes me lag. I would have to go 95 up. And then I would need to go an additional 239 up. A lot of routing is just trial and error. Okay, this looks correct. And let's also go 51 back left. Okay, so this point is where we will start our testing again. From this point, we have to go right for like 19 steps. And let's edit that also in the steps. And then we're just gonna go down for a while. I hope this map tree stays, but it should, yeah, it should stay. And I'm thinking, you really want to go all the way down, yeah. And it doesn't matter if you overshoot here, because you can just go one back up, so that's good. And then we can go all the way to here, 31 east. Here we shall reset. And if we reset here, we then gotta go 1 east. And then we gotta go down. About 65. Go east to like here. And reset around here. So it's about 82 steps every reset. But I probably want to optimize for resets rather than try to be close to the route now I think about it. So I should check if there's any map 4 I can easily get to after a reset instead. I'm gonna double check with the documents. There's a map 4 right here, which you could easily reset for. One that is even closer to a map tree. There is one right here. Yes, I'm gonna use this instead. With this map tree, it would be... But I can't enter it from above, because there's a map 2. Okay, never mind. Might have to cut my losses. Go for the map 4, there's like 32 steps reset. Ideally, I have like a 1 or 2 step reset, but I know it's asking a lot of this game to give me that. This was the one that was very close, but doesn't work. Another map there. I'm just gonna check everything here, because better to check too much than too little in this case. How far have I gone here? 34, okay. What about map 5? No. It's very annoying. I'm gonna go for the 32 step reset, and in the future I can try to optimize it more. I think that's my best bet on this one. Because that one looks quite easy to route right now, and I can always... Like, once the proof of concept is finished, I can always optimize it. Okay, so we would have to go 275 east. And then save at the lowest point. So 46 south. And then we would need to go probably 16 east. But I'll have to double check that. That might be a little bit more. I'll make a save state for it. Oh, you can't do that. Never mind, I'm stupid. It would have to be 13. And then I don't even have to check. This is the point where you have to reset then. Hey Blessy, welcome to the stream. This actually, like this setup, it's really annoying to make for me because of the amount of like things that have to be aligned properly. So like right now I have to like match multiple texture sets of different maps with like Pokédex values and stuff, but it will work 100% certain. It's just stupid to route. And the setup for this will require one frame perfect trick where you have infinite attempts set. And the goal is once we do the arbitrary strict execution once, that we can then nullify the frame perfect trick so we don't have to do it again. Because it would suck having to do it every time you execute. Plus we can't use the calculator with the trick I found for this. Oh. This map is south of a riding. Does that matter? I don't think so actually. Shouldn't matter. No, it shouldn't matter. If I actually enter from above, you can't even go down, so you can't even overshoot them. That's actually pretty decent. So you would go down to here, go at least 4 right or something, go 1 right probably, because otherwise you get blocked. Then you would have to open your menu. Why am I getting blocked? Is it water, by any chance? Yeah, it's the bike bridge, okay. And then I want either one of these to be D8. So, let me just calculate. Because I can enter these without my... Yeah, I can enter these without walkthrough walls, so that's fine. This 4-4... I need... Oh, actually, I'm thinking real quick. It's gonna be different depending on where you enter the map, isn't it? If I reload right here, still correct? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Danny. Okay, so here things should work out. I just need to calculate real quick. Currently the tile I'm standing in is 44. At the top right you can see it's 2C, which is based on my current pointer. And I want it to be D8, so I'm taking D8 minus 2C, which is AC, and I'm adding it to my current base pointer, which is D0, and I get 17C, so any base pointer that ends in 7C should give me D8 as the tile here, which would be the ledge that I need. So now I just basically let my program reset until I get a 7C as my last value of my base pointer. I think I saved, so... Now we just wait. And hope it doesn't take too long. And that I didn't miscalculate. Oh, that didn't even take that long. I will remove the code for the reset again, otherwise it's gonna spam my log with found base value you wanted. I did not expect that, but That's fine, actually. Wait, did I? I did not save. Okay. Let's actually save this time. And let's rerun it. Oh, that's stupid. That was a 7-8. That was close. Another 7-8. Wow, the game is playing with me. 7-4. Another 7-8. Come on, give me the 7C. I know like it's completely random, so how close it is doesn't really matter, but I'll just rather let it run. The only thing I don't like about this is that like if you use the maximum speed settings in Desmium, it actually won't like run at max speed unless you change the amount of frames it skips. It's really annoying for like resetting fast because I need to hold tab. I'm probably sure I could like change it in the code somewhere, but oh well. Okay. Let's hope that right now, if I go down... Wait, actually, did I save the steps for this? Yes, I did. Save reset, and now I need to get the steps from there. Second, I wanna go 18 down. I think it was 34. I don't actually remember. Oh yeah, you can't enter from there. So it's probably 32 that we should use. And now we just go down until we hit a wall, right? Yes. Which is... Maybe I should just write down how many steps that is as well. Okay, stop making mistakes. 15 south. Then you open your Pokédex. Oh. Okay, the ledge is there. Let's go. I should go a little bit more to the east first. So instead of going 2 east, I should be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. 5 or 4. That was 5, right? Yeah, 5. And then 1 east. Perfect. That is perfect. Alright. Now the routing can actually start. So you get move left. And then now I just need to get the retired menu, go down to the Pokédex data. Well, actually, probably this graphic reload is best to set Pokédex, because opening the Pokédex is already a graphic reload. And we wanted to... Well, right now we know Floatzel works, because that's one of the maps that has the same texture set as map 4. I'll just make it an array. Floatzel. And I can always add the other indexes that work as well, but we know Floatzel works. Floatzel is quite easy. You need net deck for the setup anyway. because we need to see Cacturn in the Pokédex as well. So Floatzel is perfectly fine for the setup right now. And then we get the ledge thing going on. We have save point. We go one north because we can't go left probably because there's gonna be a water tile there. And then we will go. I'm just double checking. Yeah, we're gonna go left. And we're just gonna use the normal route for Ballpark, which is proven to be the absolute fastest. Doesn't really matter if I actually overwrite the 392 twice, because it's gonna end up the same anyway. So 227 west. And now we go down, we write the 392 again, which we just overwrote, funnily enough. And we'll just go... probably here. So 274 south. I'm always aligning myself with the lines because the top right chunk in the red lines is actually reading chunk data, which can block you. Which is also why we were able to write our custom tiles at the top, which is done in the same section of memory. What am I doing? It's gotta be here. 46. And the blue lines are map borders. The red lines are load lines. Save state for the ledge? I got one, no worries. I just remember trying the streaking method back in the days where I took literal hours to get Darkrai and destroy my save file. Yeah, and now we have like 4 different ways of getting Darkrai early. With like, which all take like 10 to 15 minutes for normal play. And the optimal strategy takes 1 minute, which is crazy. Like if you played perfectly and got perfect RNG, you could get Darkrai in literally 1 minute. Okay, so we got to here. Gonna make an extra save state for the ledge, just in case I'm messing anything up. And now we go 1 east. Do I really need to go to 1 east? Yes, because otherwise we'll be blocked by the chunk under us. 1 east. From here, it's literally just... I remember all the steps from my heart. 78 south, 128 east, 1 south, 65/64 east, depending on cutscene. And then 100, what was it again? 88 north? Don't remember that one actually. I haven't used this route in a long time, so remembering all the steps is crazy. Like 128, 1 south, and then 64 because I... Oh, right, I'm not in the fake Sinnoh. So instead I have to go 17 south. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Because that's why we are using 187 here. Do it again. I've just completely forgot that I'm not on a fake Sinnoh. Because usually I use the wrong warps for everything. And in the fake Sinnoh you don't have walls. But in this one you do. But we actually need the walls. Why is it 18? I don't know. But okay, doesn't matter. Because I didn't get the cutscene. Maybe I should write that a little bit cleaner. 60. Wait. 1E if cutscene played. Then 64 east. That's just easier for people to understand. If I like just write that you have to go 1E if the cutscene played. Of course, it's 177 and then 1 North Barbara. Great! And now it's just the home stretch. We don't want that. Wrong warp is not set up, so we can go left here. We need to get to 65110 or something it was. That's like one map to the left, where we currently are. Yeah, 65110 as our X coordinates. So just go one left. Maybe we'll hit another map on the way down, and then I can go another map. Is it almost done? It is actually. It shouldn't take that much longer anymore, because the hardest part is over. So unless something really stupid happens that makes the entire route unusable, it shouldn't take that long anymore. Yay. I didn't actually tap my Pokédex to float, so now I remember. It's kind of stupid that I didn't do that, but I can do it in a second. I'm gonna make a save state here. Just quickly gonna set my Pokédex to float soul. Isn't it faster to just... You can just like press the button and then go like this. What was float soul again? I don't remember what float soul is. One A3. It's 419. It's right here. Wow. So now I wrote 419. Alright, and we just continue going down. $1,440. So if I did everything correctly, there's no ledge here. Why is there no ledge here? Oh, there it is. I know why there's no ledge there, but it scared me for a second. It's because every time you go over a chunk line, the game will swap the chunks, and I was probably in the other chunk because it's misaligned with the original chunk I was in. But since I reloaded at the correct spot, it fixes it, luckily. Oh, that scared me. That really scared me. I did not want to look for a correctly aligned one. It's 1/8 that I need. That's where I am. Are you telling me it can't go down here? And go an extra one left. That's an issue. Because I can't have the ledge there before I open my menu. Think for a second here. If I reload beforehand. Oh wait, no. It's because I reloaded for the float soul. Isn't it? Yeah, the ledge should be here. We don't want the ledge initially. So we need to find a different map that also oh, actually, we can solve that quite easily, can't we? We can just like a second here. We can just go left here for like 18 steps. Go down. And instead of going to float soul directly, we'll do that afterwards. We'll first just use some random texture set that won't that will allow us to enter at 8. That didn't work. What about 416? No. 415? No. Come on. Gotta be one. 419 is the one we wanted to use. Oops. Never mind. We'll find one. No worries. Doesn't really matter what the value is. I just want to get one that's close to float soul, because it's a little bit easier then. Jesus. Can we just get one, please? Is that a palm tile? Like, really? We just need one with a... 427 also is the same texture set, isn't it? Okay. Oh my god. There has to be... 430 also has the same textures. What is the chance? Oh my god. Stop it, game. Every time I'm like, yes, I can go down, it ends up being one of the maps that has the same texture set. This game is actually trolling. I know there should be a map that, like, also allows us to go down, but doesn't give us the ledge. I should probably do this differently. I should go look at the texture sets and just take the first one of everyone. And that's gonna be easier. Okay. I did not mean to do that. Okay. So 0 is the first one. I mean, we would have to do it before we get the retire menu then, but sure. Doesn't work. 2 is another one. 2 works. 2 works. We have one that works. Okay. Map 2 isn't really ideal, not gonna lie. But it is one that at least works. 45 also works. Okay. I mean, we're getting somewhere at least. 45 is a lot more manageable. So I'm gonna write 45 right now as the one we should probably want to use. Okay. So we would assume that you have the texture set of map 45 loaded. So we can enter the style. Now you would have looked at Floatsol at some point. So that the texture set is 419. And then we go to 332 or 333, which is Swablu or Cacturn. Gonna make a save state. Gonna make another save state. Wait, what? Hello? Oh, sorry. My texture set was still messed up. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. We got it. It's a bit annoying to get. It is frame perfect after all. But we have it. Now we are in map 332 with the retire menu open. And now we can execute from Hall of Fame data. Okay, so I'm gonna route it in a second for map 45, or I'm gonna check all the possible texture sets and all the maps that would work for them. We know that 45 is pretty easy, because 45 you can get close to Ballpark, so that might be one of the ones we want to try and use. Map 2, actually map 2 would be way easier. Just like after we get the ledge, we gotta go through a map 2 anyway, so just down map inside of the map 2. And then, like, literally, if you, let's consider you failed the trick, right? Like you want to do this trick. Oh no, you failed. What now? You go up, you go right until this Jubilife. Like when the music changes, you open the Pokédex, go back to Floatsol, and just try again. Actually, you'd probably want to change it to one of the texture sets that we can use. So, one of the texture sets where we can go down to then change it to Floatsol first. I think. Yeah. So, quickly... What are the chances this doesn't fuck up? Do you mean the setup? Pretty high? I mean, if you mess up the frame perfect ledge cancel, you can literally just go back to the right and try again. Like, you set up the Pokédex twice. Once to a Pokemon to be able to enter the Pokédex as a map. Change it to Floatsol, then enter it again. So this time you are in the map with the ID of Floatsol. Look at Pokédex again, change it to Cacturn, get out, and just try again to get the frame perfect trick. So you have infinite attempts, really, at this glitch, which is really nice. So 45, 350. What is 350? It's a bit too low, isn't it? 350 or 353. Shuppet or Milotic? I mean, Milotic you get when you see Cynthia. So, ideal candidate? Right? We would probably want to use Milotic for this setup. And then, once you actually get the trick... Like, I just got it twice in a row. You just... It's really quick. It's really quick. Wait. You have to wait a bit before you press on Pokédex, because otherwise you could crash, by the way. And now, just for the fun, I will, let's go to the script debugger. Oh, it's wrong right now, because the return opcode is there. So I'll have to calculate it myself. 2EAF0 plus 226027C. Alright, let me just quickly... You want to put it on this before you do it, like the trick. Come on, we got this. Oh, why is it so annoying? Frame perfect tricks are the bane of my existence. Oh my god, come up. That was dodge, by the way. Same has come on, so... Okay, we got it. We wait for a second until the music plays properly. Open the Pokédex. Go out of the Pokédex. And if I did everything correctly... Let's go. Oh my god, hi Blue! How are you? I hope you're doing great. Skill issue. True, true. No, the thing is, you have to close the menu and immediately open it again, but if you open it too soon, then it won't work. If you open it too soon, it won't open at all. I think you have to open it after 4 or 8 frames for it to work. But let's go. This setup actually works. Humanly viable ACE on any version of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. 1 frame perfect trick. A single frame perfect trick. And you can get arbitrary code execution. Alright, and now, I don't know if Nicola is still in the chat, but we promised Nicola that we would get him a Regigigas. So, I gotta uphold that promise, I feel like. Right, wait a second. Yeah, that's true. I also gotta, still add... okay, so... Open Pokédex. And I still gotta make it so you first graphic reload in map 2 somewhere. That would be... Actually, no, it wouldn't matter what you set it to here. Open bag. Select. What was it called again? Select down map. What was it called again? To make it a selected item? Register, right. Register as down map. And then in this 227 west somewhere, or the south, somewhere in here, reload graphics in map 2. Yeah, that should work. Or I could use my Melodic. I guess. It's gonna be easier if I do that. Open Pokédex, select Melodic, close out. And then here, instead of 18 west, we go 17 west. 1 south, open Pokédex. Put it on Floatzel. 1 west, open Pokédex. Actually, it's select Floatzel. Select Cacturn. And then close Pokédex. Ooh. When closing menu, immediately open menu again after 4 frames. Then wait like 5 seconds. If you see menu flickering, you opened it. Wait at least 5 seconds before pressing A. Close out of Pokédex. Press retire. Actually, you could just press retire immediately, but I think not seeing anything is a bit scary. No? You could just go 1 up and press retire. So if I understand correctly, this allows you to do almost anything. Yes. Literally everything. For noobs, what is ASE and ACE? ACE with an S is arbitrary script execution. Basically, the programmers of the game put in script commands, which are basically like functions that they wrote that allow you to do things automatically. Like give you a Pokemon is literally just one command, like give a Pokemon. Also add money or give me an egg. Those are all just one command. And that's what ASE is, arbitrary script execution. We just execute one of those scripts, and so we can give ourselves any Pokemon, for example. ACE, with a C, is arbitrary code execution, and that is when you're writing your own custom code within the game. And the way we are able to do that is using ASE, the script commands. We can actually write our own code in the game and then execute that code. So we can both execute scripts or custom code. That's what it comes down to. Why do you select a specific Pokemon? It's to change the map I'm currently standing in, because the map I'm reading in the void is read from my Pokédex index. So selecting different Pokemon changes the map I'm standing in, which allows me to execute this glitch. Okay, so now that we have this, I was going to give Nicola their Regigigas. If I remember correctly, Wild Battle is 124 in Hex. So if I just put 2401, I should just go Wild Battle. You also have special Wild Battles that Looks a bit easier, maybe? Not 100% certain. No, it's the same. Regigigas. What is Regigigas? E601. Okay, so E601, and we'll encounter it at level 1 for the memes. So if everything is correct... Hey, first try, let's go. Okay, I waited a bit before opening my menu, because I don't want to crash. And now I press retire. Let's go. There we have it. Regigigas without hacking. Or without any external games. Sadly, no. There's currently no leads on ACE or ACE working on Hard Gold, Soul Silver, or even Platinum. Because the out of bounds is completely blocked out. And it's almost impossible to do anything with. You can't really leave the out of bounds area, sadly. But there we go. We got ourselves a Regigigas. Let's also catch it. And there we go. Now how to make Fateful. Fair point. I guess you could just give yourself the other 3 Regis. And then just go to the event area. Or you could use the set flag function and set the flag that says that Regigigas is already unlocked. Big brain. There we go. But we can't actually look at it until we go up and then right. Alright. I guess that is probably where I'm gonna end the stream. We went from ACE is almost impossible for a human to pull off in this game to ACE is possible in about 2 hours. Well, not really. I already tested the last part. It was just actually making it possible within the game. But let's go. I certainly realized like a couple of things that I want to automate now, like finding what pointers I can use for texture sets and stuff to have places I can stand on. I want to automate that so I don't have to look for it anymore. But next to that, it's really nice. Alright, this is where I'm gonna leave you. Thank you all for watching. I have made a new playlist on my account for streams, so I'll just put all my streams unlisted on there, so if anyone ever wants to rewatch it or like watch it in general, then they can in the playlist. And that's where I'll leave you. I would like to wish you all a very nice day.